Okay, time for another refresh. Hopefully this is not as painful as last time. Probably I'm going to try and limit my talking because I have a pretty sore throat right now. It kind of hurts to talk. Let me launch right in and... before I do that, I gotta take off some equipment. I was experimenting with equipment because with all the special training, my team OVR has raised a bit, and I've gained about 0.3 points on my team OVR from all the special training. So I'm at 109.4 now with this current roster. I think I can get a little bit higher. So let's take that back off again. And I still have the drinks in effect. I think I'll leave those there because I'm getting really pissed off with these losses. And you'll notice that I have even more on my home games. In fact, yeah, I have one home game win in the last 8 hours and 12 hours before that. So not doing well. So a little bit of background. You heard me take a stab at a guy called BatFlips. So for those of you who aren't familiar with the name, BatFlips is one of the original people who was at the top of the leaderboards. Very strong team filled with strong cards and signatures and such. And he decided to get out of the game roughly a year ago. So he purposely self-destructed his team or his account by making some interesting comments on the team or on the open channels for chat and got himself banned from the game. So I guess that prohibits him from coming back. It's a good way to get out of there so you don't get sucked back into the game. So he was part of an original group of people that used to chat online. A lot of the people that I've been mentioning in the videos, Post 20, Redbirds 83, Dodgers New, Blue Jays 107, Mr. Bubbles, all these people used to talk in a line group, and now we're all part of about 2 to 3 different clubs. So anyways, he comes back to troll me, so I tried to troll him back in my last video. It gives you a little bit of history behind the game, or the players. I didn't start as early as some of those guys. That was one of the questions. I started in basically Thanksgiving of 2016. I think that was a month or 2 after the game had released. So those guys had a head start on me. More of the same, more losing. Oh yay. I didn't even notice what I did on the first game. Well, he was a team that I used to do better against and used to raise in strength. And this is the kind of the penalty for me, having shared some of the secrets that I know on these videos. Now people have a good idea some of the skill sets that work on pitchers that people didn't realize were as good or might have bypassed before, and are realizing things like don't use ace and that type of stuff. And in doing so, I've basically strengthened my competition, and now I have problems winning. So this is only going to get worse for me. Oh gosh, another loss. Alright, if this continues to be a really crappy refresh like the last ones, I think next refresh I'll try equipment and we'll see if there's any difference. And like I said, sometimes it seems to help and other times it just doesn't, so we'll see. I've mentioned this before, I really am actually not used to seeing this bad results. I'm used to seeing 2 to 3 losses. Not 4 to 6 or 7, as the case was the other day. Oh my gosh, look at this. I'm facing Scherzer with post. A different pitcher once. Out of all those games we've played, I finally got a different pitcher. And I couldn't beat him either. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention I dropped all the way to, what was that, 16 I think I started at? Go figure. A bunch of losses and I'm dropping in ranking. I wonder how that works. I had a question. Somebody asked a question. Why is it that people sit on revenges and only play revenges, and how does that actually work? And quite honestly, I don't actually know why it works. For some reason, the math of how much you lose compared to how much you win by revenging. Well, if you play and lose and then, or don't lose and don't win enough games, and then people are also revenging the few wins that you get, you tend to fall in rank. Whereas if you're only playing revenges and you're winning a reasonable amount of those, then you tend to raise in rank. And part of that has to do with the difference in your actual ranking and how many coins you're earning from the losses primarily. So, well, not earning, but losing from the losses. Oh boy, another loss. Oh God, this is really pissing me off. 4 losses. The short answer being, I don't really know why it works. It just does. Like I mentioned, this is one of my early nemesis teams, also part of that original group that called themselves the Illuminati. Yes, 5 losses, 3 wins, and some draws. That is horrendous. Okay. Pretty much everybody beating me in the later part of the week. I mean, you saw how it was earlier. The same teams, I was winning a lot of those games. It really makes no sense. I mean, your knee-jerk reaction is to say, oh, it must be that people are using equipment and drinks later in the week, but I know some of these people do not, so how is it that I still manage to? I can't win a revenge. So it's a net loss of points. Don't you just love it when you lose to a down condition pitcher? It's like you want to smack your batters around and say, what the hell is wrong with you? You can't even hit off of a down condition pitcher. Alright, here we go, last one. And I gotta get off of this thing because my throat is killing me. So next season, I'll do a tank season. I'm not going to do every refresh because that's just, I think it's a little bit too frequent, and I'm running out of things to say in the videos unless people are asking questions. So I'll do about a tanking season, and I'll try and cover some key parts of that season. So look at that, a tie. Ooh boy. So yeah, with those types of results, we're going to see how the equipment does, how that affects our results. And we'll leave it at that. So thanks for watching and good luck with yours. I hope you do better than I did. So, well, bye now.